El Clasico ba personally may enjoy El Clasico ne pan because adie bia na person ohu wo mu no ohu El Clasico nim na atmosphere no charged the intensity ewo game nim how an attention ewo game nim drama suspense and to be na we expect from El Clasico and I think say nra yetimi ehu ye se ompe no kra na ken obedi hu akini eno obi ohwe game ni bia no ebe testify to the fact say na Real Madrid better than Barcelona and Madrid deserve sa win we so we Barcelona support and program ditum say defeat ne be show de by say ye fair be a game nim bia kire say na Madrid and deserve so mo win sa game we and evidence a game nim bia ni show ye can the first evidence a wo ho a ebe mo hu say Real Madrid deserve game we no the metrics because you football be area the one should be in the first thing about on the internet no say why they dominate here when they create chances no so the first evidence a show say na Real Madrid for and they deserve win no the metrics the statistics are a wo game nim Barcelona as usual dominate possession no that's 68%. Real Madrid enya 32%. By who dominate possession the most important thing about winning game is apart from so dominating possession, I was so dominating the phases of play. Why na better in terms of attack? Why na better in terms of defense? And it's a check the attack better. Do create chances ni ye, do defend very well. Metrics no any facts ni na show say Real Madrid bobuku. Barcelona as usual dominating possession no. By kin, your ball game ni na wie no. Na Real Madrid for enya 23 attempt to score. Out of the 23 attempts to score, emu 10 on target. Big chances onyemu 4. Or touch a ball nin 34 times our Barcelona box nim. And now check Barcelona so diena onya 5 shot on target. Emu mienu ye 2 big chances. And now touch a ball nin 17 our Real Madrid 4 box nim. And it's all compare two clubs way in terms of attacker. Evidence no any facts and figures ni show say na Real Madrid 4 attack better mu create decent chances than Barcelona. In terms of defensive shape, na Real Madrid force are better. So the first evidence among who say na Real Madrid deserve win no, the metrics. And metrics nature say na Real Madrid for better than Barcelona. The second evidence I be no, two teams no approach of the real game nim tactically. Why na sound? Why na approach in the system work the man no? And your ball game in the area no. From a tactical standpoint, obi o share game ni bia na evidence ni clear say. Not tactically, Real Madrid for a well prepared than Barcelona team no. And for once, idea back where my Real Madrid winning game no. And Real Madrid don't attack you. How without the ball, Real Madrid defending very well. Now no Saturday I analyze the game make I say this season so we check Barcelona team now. Teams are omutai ha Barcelona dream pan. Teams are omu press Barcelona for very well. Omu Barcelona for time and space on the ball. Omu Barcelona for build up no omu feel uncountable. And the end game no idea back when who say Real Madrid any Alonso ye tactically you say omo combining nyoma mienu in terms of omo press Madrid ehya with a man to man press say Barcelona build up every single Real Madrid player bi and e was omo press Barcelona player baako obi anfa baako and ye can man to man press and omo say use ball oriented press ball na ekura Barcelona na making sure say ye be chase ball na ye ma ball na mba ye half bebree. And Alonso and Real Madrid decided say on be combine man-to-man press and a ball-oriented press. And the time we are no close Barcelona players no say chase the ball. And you say game na say majority of the minutes anytime we are Barcelona be build it up from a man kasa half you won't say other gule ko nanim bebree no akoka Mbappe who say mom ebe press Barcelona center backs Abrante friend say Pau Kubasi and Eric Garcia. Na other Goulet and Mbappe and a press the two center backs of Barcelona. The moment Tabons you have close Barcelona center backs expect to say Barcelona deep central midfielders I was on the progressive one Frankie Dion and Pedri on Baba drop deep ababaje ball. The moment Frankie Dion ni Pedri be so be drop deep a honey who say Chouameni and a Branty friend say Jude Bellingham ebe close Barcelona two central midfielders so Barcelona build it up. Ya close your two center backs ya close your two central midfielders the only outlet was Barcelona etimi use the video on attack say on better the right back Abrante friend say Kundi on better the left back Abrante friend say Baudi omo na ye the only outlet eno so mpokra no ye hu say Real Madrid for sa committee abrante friend say Kamavinga say anytime be about the bajibo ni bia no ko wanim ne ko close no ko press about on the left side sa abrante friend say kun de jibo ni bia na Vinicius Junior ne be close no so Real Madrid for press Barcelona center back Barcelona 2 central midfielders, right back and left back. Ya close to Munina. So in a game, no majority of the minutes, Real Madrid 4 committees 6 players in terms of high pressing. No, so the only way out for Barcelona, some between the ball na come any no. Say Barcelona be ball long ball. And in a game, you say Barcelona ball long balls ni bebre. Nya Barcelona style of play. Can you ball game ni we no? Na Barcelona about 28 long balls. Long balls back 28 because of how na Real Madrid 4 air pressing. And anytime the idea about Alonso yema many Jenny say Alvaro Carreras and a Freddy Valverde na no more right back left back respectively no and Alonso more limited or more forward movement because Rashford and Lamine Yamal and anytime the Real Madrid for press high no on time who Valverde on time who Alvaro Carreras because I saw 2 players no and the Belgian Marcus Rashford and Lamine Yamal so in terms of say Barcelona air 10 over Biana so and now witness game no you a lot of Alvaro Carreras and Lamine Yamal battles because time biano Alonso instructing the right back and the left back say emamun committee mun come in bebre mun stay on Barcelona for wingers so it is a boy never per time you are closing it down on to mean BT se Femi Lopez now over number 10 okay onum pokra ba na ti say obaba beje ball na the next thing I be say Real Madrid bayan ye say or committee din housing say onu so fan follow Abrante friend say Femi Lopez. So anytime be a Femi Lopez be drop put so ba ball because Pedro intimi fa ball name ba Frankie Dion intimi fa ba enti be the duty of the number 10 say what's all drop put the bedje ball no na ya say hu say din housing say close Femi Lopez enti na enra I get den for Barcelona to create decent chances say on be flood Real Madrid for penalty box nim that's the reason why I came at the end of the 90 minutes Barcelona for untouchable ni bebre or Real Madrid for penalty half no onim say obi to Lamine Yamal ne 9 ka ball 3 pe Real Madrid penalty box nim Lamine Yamal ne 9 ka ball 3 Real Madrid for penalty box nim Femi Lopez ne 9 ka ball 3 Real Madrid penalty box nim Ferran Torres ne 9 ka ball 3 Real Madrid penalty box nim Marcus Rashford ne 9 ka ball 3 Real Madrid penalty box nim so ask yourself why say for once Barcelona intimi flooded Real Madrid for penalty box nim because of how Real Madrid for air press Barcelona can it go to a time Barcelona to me beat Real Madrid for press no. But again, Real Madrid to me decided say on city deep and deep no almost city no. Alonso now are smart because now are well prepared for this game. On him say almost city deeper. On my Kamavinga mum ebe she Freddy Valverde dabreho as a right wing back. Now I'm a Freddy Valverde are operating as a right center back. No abeka 2 center backs no. Now Alvaro Carreras are operating as a left wing back. And to almost city deeper a 5 at the back. 5 at the back no. Now I'm a brand friend said to me, I protected the zone 14 right in front of the 5 back. Then a brand friend said Vinicius Junior and Jude Bellingham ebe move centrally. Only the reason why yes adieno. Omo force Barcelona say ombenya just one channel of attack because omo close the central area. So Barcelona jibo be what's what they call wide. What they call wide so Real Madrid for a close omo down. No ma protect infimfio. So at the time Mpokra Real Madrid City deep no. Now kwa ye den e de Barcelona say on be break Real Madrid for a defensive line. That's the reason why the entire 90 minutes came. Barcelona touch ball 17 pe Real Madrid penalty boxing. All because of how Real Madrid for a defender. So the major reason Madrid they win game no without the ball. How we press how we City deep and how I know me very disciplined on the field of play. A play key role at the Real Madrid. Not attack there. Now it was so clear say Real Madrid defended very well. Real Madrid for bit my creative because almost our quality no so bit my last season Barcelona ba Real Madrid fee e be share ne 4 ade ba kwa non comfort e di huru Real Madrid pa no sesi na offside me kai pass how much Real Madrid your offside ba ko nko 12 enura unim say Real Madrid for your offside 5 pe e kire wade ba ko say Real Madrid for practice on how on be running from deep and no kai Saturday me ka say be fan ba pe wo kire say we improve how running from deep and to checking sa go ni mpo cross no sa ball na Jude Bellingham de man no na Barcelona line dey na problem bi any ho we any player bi na wan hu how be fa so arane a obey offside because na Barcelona se show mo high line yi players ni nyina no o me close by a how pass ne koi any run na Mbappe you know and the man who share good. So clearly from a tactical standpoint kin na Real Madrid say better individually. En kwafo say nanka wasa Real Madrid for 3 4. Metiasie is understandable because Madrid created a lot of chances. By Barcelona entire setup no one player prevented Real Madrid for say omunse goals bebre no was Szczesny. Matisse Nkofo can Madrid for and say goals bebre. But be a referee Barcelona goalkeeper Szczesny and making 9 saves. And in as much as me agree say nanka was Real Madrid say more goals no. Barcelona goalkeeper ni saves or yeah on the day no ken. You give player no credit, goalkeeper no credit, including saving penalty. Maybe Mbappe and Boni by goalkeeper no. One major reason why Barcelona consider a lot of goals in terms of individual performance. Real Madrid a lot of players are normal performance no was in Barcelona. One Militao after AC or King. Juventus, Barcelona, big games by Militao performance or sweeping or the calmness, leadership or bought as a security way. Show me to say Alvaro Carreras. Ne battle with Lamine Yamal, excellent on the day. Vinicius Junior Mbappe perform. Goals no. Jude Bellingham performance excellent. So in terms of individual materials, 19 seconds. Na Real Madrid force was through. So can you buma eba statistics, metrics, numbers. Na Madrid deserve tactics. Na Real Madrid and individual performance. Na Real Madrid I think said Real Madrid they deserve. Arsenal one against Crystal Palace. Very good and important victory for Arsenal. Most especially say, main competitors drop points. Man City drop it, Chelsea drop points, then Liverpool drop points. So now a fine opportunity for Arsenal. Say on beat me actually league no many sa 3 maximum points no. So a important victory for Arsenal by Ken. Me to say a better Ezri go make a difference. But there's one player for Arsenal team now I think I was see acknowledge player no. Zubimendi. So one share game ni be all the numbers by Juma by Ken Zubimendi no. Or weakness. And yet on 100% perfect. But dear Bako was to be mending when you say time be no make sure say the structure of Arsenal is intact. Make sure game no. Obi to say your carries any better is it me drop low. Obi any ho. And to make us offensive third almost structure na weak. And whoever wants to be mending say or Rania Kobas number 9 just to maintain the structure of Arsenal team no. I think say Arsenal 13 here big trophy. Born no more born, they deserve a trophy. Medemanu win Manchester winning against Brighton. Adia bakwa me niaje ediama Manchester no. Omo line up no de kobo Liverpool no. O make just 2 changes. And umpokra no na injuries.
Okay.
So unya consistent first 11 na e the familiarity ba. Ken yeti ha ye adwuma cha. Unim obia baby obia tosin baby obia ho den wo. Yeti ye ho ase. Enti se unya consistent first 11 na e the familiarity ba. Familiarity the understanding ba. And to say Manchester United against Brighton, no many more. Mbueme Shegu, Sesko ya assist, and Akunye Shegu. I think say Manchester was Sunderland, was Liverpool, was Brighton. So ultimately to us say ya supporters nebesha asia trusted team.
United
a good results for Manchester. Good results for
United
Manchester.
Here Madrid na.
Omunya
Amorim here Madrid.
Omunya would check. Good results for Manchester.
On matches in kitchen sir. Here Madrid. Anderson now on to me. Massa said your form is your banambumo. Mbumo de say the imaginity.
And then you miss
on fair chances. Born to any months and cry.
Camera say na Mama Stumindo don't change a crown some about Madrid ne Barcelona game, you know. You see Chelsea near Sunderland, meaning say a lot of people are disappointed. I'm for Afaya Mariska pa, but you see, and common I wanna say seems to be to say Sunderland and Brentford. Possessable. Their major assets are long balls and set pieces. Now Chelsea had trained a day before against Sunderland. Say omu training long balls, omu training throw-ins, set pieces. Omu ye wejuma.
Chelsea for
only.
And almost on the show.
Exactly. And then man come on ya. Na me no me can't get back to
what your memory. Premier League in Ayatayo. Hey, Premier League. E ti no bet my afa.
Be be anywhere be afa.
Say the ball no onya no center circle kra na yetu a. No obi akogina afata wo to.
Na won hu de Kayode e de Liverpool ana.
Ono so nim to.
Oh, Kenneth Obenya Kayode Liverpool de na ma. Kayode nie. Now no born.
Hey, Premier League pa na omo bonus omo yɛ
Since last year, Brentford for throwings and Kwamwashe throwing goals and 8.
That is where baby ojina no ehu no. Hwɛ so obi nya ball kra ha ehu.
Oh, Brentford for nya free kick. Sorry, omunya throwing pe na supporters ne nyaji. It is said here omunya penalty. Inti Brentford for no more bar. Throwing bar bia for say a penalty. Now watch this. Kind of number of Liverpool players say what penalty box anymore. All their players, every single Liverpool player, a defender, 4 minutes to play. When the Liverpool game, and I saw to say, on Mr. Brentford for one day, a long balls, and he said, any throw is. Into no most why you wait, 4 minutes per. Into Liverpool, Nimsa, and other the players in the Kogu post, and he will say, ye defender yet again, they consider the goal. And a man come on, eh? And I may say, dear Miss Rene say, clubs and Kess and Obiadi who be Jumbi. Wouldn't you see? Liverpool for Pego Ashe. On the 82nd minute, na Anna Slots, Ama Gomez, your friend say, Joe Gomez, Abba game, and you will be no about the flower and vets at the name. Can you imagine?
Over too true. Can't for me 99th minute, Shadia. Liverpool near. Almost to be.
Liverpool. Now I found Liverpool. And a slaughter why you complaints where ye meant for the film the defender but say Joe Gomez and 2 trunk.
Are you following this film?
I said, yeah. The Akeka corner. Now, still Chelsea, you know, the Emmy ya pie second go. I mean, some Chama for vilify Mariska. But the context around, they say Sunderland for a ball long boss. It's on the 75th minutes, and our coach, the Sunderland coach, almost striker Isudo Frimu, and on the Brian Brobe by because they were going to go long balls. They are sitting deep, allow Chelsea to come, they go long. It's on my Brian Brobe by no coach no slow say Brian Brobe also on say no Otia but the more do or Bebim Pim Josh a champion. So, the money Josh a champion. I'm not justifying it, but I'm giving you the reasoning behind it to say Sunderland had taken off their striker and brought on board Brian Brobe into Osro. Say Brian Brobe they are one day in basis ya kwadano. And on the tossing Adarabia you bemo. Because the whole plan of Sunderland was to go long. It's tossing you said tossing a bar. Anya biano onia one day cry na fe no fi bench aba or na one day be pimpim only for tossing to disappoint the coach. Ya ball long ball omumienu defenders ni gina ho saa ma saa de ni sie anyway yanka ye Clasico asemwe ken they tell me say Clasico no hu ken me I've always said it to say what talents. Now say if you do not work on the picture, talents no some nimfaso. In terms of individual talents, ne bo. Say a talents in common. In last year, can you say Barcelona share Real Madrid 4? In all the games, say last 4 games no share 4 sir. Can you say that? Say a talents near the baller. Because last year, Real Madrid were not working. Yes, that's a La Liga, nana, yeah, bought Clasico games. Yes, that's a out to Madrid for press. Pa na atiko. Na fe omo nanti o park na so. Inti, you might have the talent, one for attitude, one for jumaden anka wa sebi. Aso nimfa so. And now, what's I was happy about the attitude of Real Madrid players off the ball. Now me catch on weekend and say, adia bakwa ama Madrid game na aya fairness and I'm saying, omo press ye coordinated pressing. Now me more an example. We shall Madrid for a pressy Barcelona. Emma Barcelona afe edumre bi no mo echiro mo. Omo kwa shots are emfa. Omo kwa long emfa. Let me give you one example. Barcelona na ekuta possession. Pau Kubasi no, Kylian Mbappe jina no so. Eric Garcia, Ada Gule, enso ejina no so. Afe Alejandro Baldi, Camavinga ejina no so. Woko Juice Kundia, Vinicius Junior ejina no so. Pedri, Omama Jude Bellingham ejina Pedri so. Frankie De Jong, Aurelien Tchouameni ejina omo so. Inti, I have 6v6. Barcelona 4 centre backs and as 4 defenders plus 2 pivots, 6th place. And Real Madrid this 6th place almost into Obia 1-1-1-1 man-to-man marking. Now unim the reason why this is important is say Barcelona pass the ball from the back. But say a 1v1 Barcelona advantage because Barcelona about 4-2-3-1. It's Femi Lopez will have one advantage because ono kwana beka no e wo fifi. Now, Femi Lopez no Sabasa locating wa turnover esi Real Madrid they are in danger. So quickly, Jabi Alonso instruct Dean House and say free center backs so now go and follow Femi Lopez so that the entire pitch ebe 1-1 man to man marking. It's also television no so. Real Madrid up press high pa. The almost box in the Dean Housen and Femi Lopez. He's following him. This is proper pressing. Last season, Adiwe mehu ewa Real Madrid team ni say proper pressing pa mo ye. Mami more the second example of how Real Madrid for press mo. Ken's second example. Another one. Pau Kubasi, he has been forced to go back because Ada Gule pressano. Anna Kylian Mbappe and so press Erega sent to Oko goalkeeper because so cast on the body fan Frankie de Jong ni Pedri. They are being man-marked by Camavinga and Aurelien Tchouameni. Anna Femi Lopez no so Dean Housen send me see catcher no. Ne Jumane say yeah press here. Follow Femi Lopez and Dean Housen every center back or a follow no, so that Barcelona cannot pass the ball from the back. Third example. Third example. Another one. Barcelona 4 person more press it from the back. Yet again, there are 2 pivots, Frankie de Jong and Pedri. This time around, Tchouameni ejina Pedri so Camavinga also sujina Frankie de Jong so. And Femi Lopez at DBA person outside the home bench ball no. Dean Housen is being instructed to follow him. I'm saying 3 examples every single time Dean Housen follows Femi Lopez. Now off the ball no ye omumienu say bonu kutawa either you are pressing or you are sitting low. And no na obetinya can say rest defense no. Say your defense is in a rest mode. If you watch this say Real Madrid press here. Obia otaki Femi Lopez. Dean Housen. But what the mijo yase. But Real Madrid in a rest mode. Tchouameni and attack Femi Lopez. It's what an example na media man. This is Tchouameni marking Femi Lopez. In Yemani so that you don't get confused. Off the ball, Real Madrid enkuta baller. In Yemani Bakune says say press here. It is the job of Dean Housen to follow Femi Lopez. If we are not pressing, it is the job of Tchouameni to also mark Femi Lopez. Nini say Femi Lopez say Real Madrid are in the rest mode. They biano opeso be any hobby. I think say purely the decision of the coach to man-mark Barcelona. Now, at Bakwa last season, na Barcelona and Madrid and Madrid for Now watch Barcelona for so. Now me they be am no din come me catch now say, hey, time will be and will be Samia. I will tell you say the problem with Barcelona this season. And Inigo Martinez bebreo. I understand say Inigo or direct CHL fine. But the biggest problem, Barcelona for front reno. Omunye Jumani say Inigo Martinez and na. In Kobe Brett said the boys ne breno. Because Ejuma Hafinya last season, and you been a Marcus Rashford more off the ball. TMA, Bona either you are on and off the ball. Rashford on the ball, or name him off the ball at Seko. Onye Jumani ye. Lamine Yamal and on the ball, or off the ball at Seko. It's sending Barcelona for so a press here. No more opponents chance. Emma Muntimi more ball. I feel they don't do that. One example: 7th minute inside the game. Young Monko baby. Now, dear me jai and say, oh Barcelona, oh ball Tuesday against Olympiacos. Madrid ball Wednesday. Into say your popia or bebra. Hey, Real Madrid for maybe 7th minute inside the game. Watch this. Barcelona for press no. Ejuma as so we ni Rashford ejuma no say they be press Eder Militao. Na goalkeeper no so ekuta baller in any situation Ferran Torres na be goalkeeper no so. Na afei Lamine Yamal enso press Dinhausen. Na 7th minute and Dinhausen kuta ball. And Lamine Yamal aye late. And on the ball na diama Frank e diama Adagule. On the ball na diama Adagule and Frankie de Jong aye late for the press. Oh, distance between Ada and Frankie de Jong. After no close to no. Now, essence of one about the Adagule one here just Konde. Why confused? Oh, who say Uncle Presse Alvaro Carreras and also say Vinicius Junior Ewas on Saint Kanichi. Immediately this happens. Nature say, well, press now and coordinated. Because your right back is confused at this stage whether he should go or stay. Okay, maybe this is one example. Mami Sansoma Ubiu. Can't mame the other one. Share. Bono Real Madrid for air bonnet from the back. And on the ball, Edema Eder Militao. Send me say catch on. Rashford the Jumana say, Obe press Militao way. Rashford the elite. Me pacho share Tibu Kutwa inside then. Oya then. Or direct Militao so unko Freddy Valverde ho. Okay. Share Dinhausen ninsa aye then. Or direct Militao so unko Freddy Valverde ho. Why? Because right back Freddy Valverde, you know, there was so pressing on Alejandro Balde. Why you late? So first of all, Rashford is late in pressing. Eder Militao and our ball and our passable no Eddie Ama Freddy Valverde. Again, there was a so pressing Freddy Valverde, you know. Alejandro Balde is late. It's unlike Real Madrid, they had success in their press. When would they a failure? Kitwebi, Shadia. Remember one example of how off the ball Barcelona lazy last season. No munye lazy, no munye juma pa. Go na share no. Minim so obia dwen wo Jude Bellingham ene Mbappe so. But Shadia can't when you go na mamia. Share the position of Adagule. Na share Vinicius Junior. Adagule apini Jules Koundé. Share the space of Vini wo. Why na was so marky Vini? Hey, Lamine Yamal, where is he? But my last point in say, Nyama ya bo Jabi Alonso abaso ni nyina. Unim say game no 2-2 Inka obi embo Jabi Alonso abaso. Hwe, ma men ka sam chiro. There is a problem a Madrid faso solve. Real Madrid against Getafe. Yeah be pono. Getafe fo nya chance and commit nyama ball na ye draw. Beboa. Okay. Real Madrid versus Juventus. Lois Openda. Enya chance. Nanke ball ni beti nya ye draw. Beboa. Enra. Clasico na ekoso no. Kent ma mesa chance no. Aden and Madrid the baller. Last minute biano. They go to sleep. No opponents nya chance. Because boy, the entire coach Rodrigo Goes back game ni say, o feel say Vini wa bre Rodrigo Goes should come and defend. Rodrigo na ni referee no and the Jules Koundé cut in. Se pass no call and the Jules Koundé controlling here and now so the team premier. Inka game ni 2-2. Obi no obebo Jabi Alonso abaso. Ain't my point they say yes, Real Madrid are playing well. Name their last 3 games. Yeah, be pon bianwa. Team no call off. No more opponents a create goal scoring opportunity. Maybe they are lucky, in fact, they were lucky against Getafe, they were lucky against Juventus, they have been lucky against Barcelona, but it cannot continue.
Okay.
They need to stay concentrated. So the referee never bang because wait, just Koundé nyani here. In case Juma Jabi Alonso haye ni nyina se binka so amanfa so. Well,
my big biggie. Mamintio.
Liverpool performance recently, I think say idea back a call for concern. Oshe Liverpool, the kind of quality Anomokita last season. Yebe league him this season. Signings almost a year. And a 2 nipa GDM say looking at the quality signings at Liverpool are there. A highly possible somebody may defended the Premier League title. But it looks like the nemesis of Liverpool. It's about back to Hansi Liverpool. na mpanifo wɔ kasa bi yɛsi dua nansi adi ewu no intekuma nkɔtena se ntonko what it simply means and say president wɔ hɔnom sɛ guide yɛ nyinaa sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ amfom so ɔmo di wɔ anim no yɛyɛ no onkonko fa hɔ na nso onkonko yɛ bi Liverpool since the 80s ntimi the Premier League in defended that the last time a Liverpool league na defended no oji ni 82 83 and oji 84 every one of them say Liverpool ntimi league in defended that it is all your coach and slots no about Liverpool now you're fortunate o first season ntimi league the second season the assessor wants so we say obetimi aye the obi ntimi ma in recent times because to win the Premier League Liverpool are JR to win the Champions League Liverpool are JR but again also so be strong from others in the no my no and I know and a matter of concern can you share Premier League in Arsenal the first 5 matches now Liverpool get 15 points e will league anymore team be a Liverpool share in the Premier League be a Liverpool team share no but for whatever reason you bought the last 4 matches e will Premier League anymore no say see you bought 9 matches oh the last 4 matches in the Premier League Liverpool are losing in now we lose 2-1 to Crystal Palace we lose 2-1 to Chelsea we lose 2-1 to Manchester United and we lose 3-2 to Brentford Boboko no and me the baba be see asema na guy na vocal so say it looks like said this is the chance for us na Boboko no time ayebo season now first 5 matches na Liverpool a sheni nyina no we had an Arsenal this season the parodo one ase omo na wo so omo compete Liverpool no mo league ni fi omo nsem ken at that time na first 5 matches of the season Arsenal so kita 10 points e wo league ni mo na Arsenal draw baako and I will lose baako loss no was against Liverpool and the draw was against Manchester City it's omo ya contenders wo league ni mo no and na Arsenal a drop points against but from there the last 4 matches I abo Premier League ni mo no Arsenal so consistently a sheni nyina it's last 4 na ya dey Liverpool on team nche no Arsenal on the other hand at third and Mrantie no and so watch the last 4 matches in the Premier League in all competitions in October busumi way Arsenal about 5 matches now Arsenal about washe nina washe West Ham washe Fulham washe Atletico Madrid Boboko no almost everybody he has met busumi way mu Arsenal a show bia it's the kind of form Arteta and the man and so picking up. It is not just about say and you make from the Liverpool, but Liverpool form now all corner. Yeah, advantage. And the ama Arsenal Boboko na. As I say, coach, I friend say Anslot Eshe no kekana because people felt to say Anslot a Juma Bayer last season no. It was as a result of a Juma na Jajan Kolopaya to her. And I buy an obedi home. It is a sia. Ya boss last season never ebinomoko. What's that to be a baba be shemwa? A friend and the pair baba her own sano. Near her the own subeti with the Ayama Liverpool. So if you disappoint, you are confirming on one or more Jimmy say. And your judging crop a Juma now I are to one who did the honor. And that is where it's also making sure. So we defy all the odds. None near Master Sandy Amano. Ken Chelsea and the Sunderland. First of all, I remember Sunderland coach Abaso, Regis Lebris. Open one of the managers now man for the cheaper even before the start of the Premier League and all count. It was because of signings are not all year. No top players be brave. Sunderland from the lower division. At a point now people were even comparing say Sunderland they just signed inside the chain Barcelona Boboko almost spended the chain Barcelona. Now man for the Toto just because people were surprised. Say I don't know what top players be say. Spending close to 200 million just because of about the Premier League. But performance na papa ne dine this Asiano. Actually, the intia na all ye those signings. Ye baba be footballer. You look at the strength of your opponent. Nipa na on na baba no he na hoden. No ahwe kwan of football. Now they respect a man's strength no. Now so one appear strategy obeti we neutralizing the strength no. No capitalize on that the upper results. Obi a wa Chelsea bi anim. How a Chelsea build it up. Enti Kent mame first picture na yendi ho nkomo Chelsea Boboko ne ye build up omo build it up in the 3-1-6 attacking football. Etu benya 3 defenders e wo akiri honom 3 defenders in the game against Sunderland na Reece James Josh Champo and Trevor Chalobah na ni mu honom no Caicedo agina honom On the vegetable no distribution in the ama nipa 6 no more attacking line no. It will have picture na that screen so clearly this is how Chelsea builds up. Sunderland coach ni hu sa ade no. Se Chelsea benya numbers bebre o me half for dia. Dynamic so me ya metimi dia stop Chelsea boboko no. On also decided to obey 5-4-1 formation. 5 players at the back. 5 players anytime there is pressure on Sunderland. Chelsea ajebo no the attack biano. Obenya players o mo draw back from the midfield. Either say Noah Sadiki and I say Granit Xhaka. These 2 defensive midfielders ebe call machi. No more supporting the defenders into when 7 numbers. E we chire honom. Amfa Ogabaka the Chelsea. Obenya 6 players at the back. Na ye pepepe. No team ya stop Chelsea. Apart from Ojibo na quickly say what transition no akon anymore. Apart from the 5-4-1 na obono. The transitions and also also build up no. Esesa ebe than the 5-2-3. Leave your midfielder. Our cap midfielders in hono. Eko join the attack. Oko join woes in Isido. Ewe animu honum. Na Bertrand Traore so akwa join it. No more 3 players up front. No more the attacking. It is our shape no. Any style no. Our coach decided to the bubble ball no. It affected the performance at Chelsea better than because on how our Chelsea see ball and on map a strategy or the best stop Chelsea ball no. Na niema fa the amano. It when they are building the attack, this is the shape. 5-4-1 necessary. Now better than the 5-2-3 attacking football from Sunderland FM. Papa yes had no neutralize the strength of the Chelsea team. Now we will capitalize it on with a unknown performance. Yeah, born abaso, especially looking at substitution or yeah. Can substitution or in the second half and only they win nearby with the Sunderland second goal. Players 2 and a bam. Brian Bobby and the Champion Taubi. Omumi anuna lenke up at the second goal of the bread. A Sunderland Bobo. On the part of Chelsea, the incident the player bought Enzo Maresca Tirito. Obi changes the results say bano. Enzo Maresca for the first time this season, the changes need within the Chelsea team. Mejitum said Trevor Chalobah this season. Throughout the season, on the Chelsea best central defender. But this game against Sunderland, you heard Bibiano. Josh Champion was a better central defender than Chalobah. It is over changing point. Now me wouldn't say Josh and it's so film. It will be the best central defender film. Now do you be back? No be a mistake. Emmanuel resulting in a match winner for the opponent. Who do you want us to blame? It is the coach. Aside so who bought him obesity deep or low blocker. Adia bakwa onya ye players omo ye good dribblers. Who William Estivayo e bench. Akwadana prove beyond reasonable doubt. So onim twetwe. Omo defend no. Obekimi kitabo no they draw players out of their defensive line. You kept him on the bench. One finance starting game no. Enti ade bia Sunderland ba say Obaba be ye bia no. Coach decisions will take here. The selection prior to the match and then the substitution in the game. A play advantage at the opponent. And at the end of the day, a woo coaching a baby and it is going to be nobody else.
Okay. Into the channel.
Yes. Sunderland coach about Regis Lebris.
But yes, so
look at the mistake of taking out your best central defender. Now do you know them?
Messiaba, because I never between common kakra and so the account. Can't ancestor. You won't say CEO or the two running in every Spain.
Okay. You come from Liberia. Just for this game. To come for Real Madrid. Yes. Only this match. Oh, okay. Yes. You are like on your city. Okay, great. What do you say about the match you watched today? What? Lamine Yamal.
See, who's in the panel?